Some say that if congregation pray in a synagogue, so it's next number 14, and afterwards another congregation came and prayed there, the chazan of second group should not stand in the same place that the chazan of the first group stood. So it's very interesting concept. We're going to explain. As this constitutes degradation of the first group, unless the first group has already left the synagogue. Let's see the commentary. And it says to do so would make it appear that if the first group had not properly fulfilled the obligation of the prayer. So here's a thing. So basically, it was in some places there are two minyanim or three or more, right? So if it was a minyan, right, and they finished, and they did. Sometimes they did not completely finish, and people some of them finishing the prayers. They came late. They want to down this whatever. They still and a new minyan comes. And this guy, this chazan stands like in a place where old chazan stood. So for other people, it looks like that he did not do a proper job. So now this new guy is going to fix whatever was wrong. Right? So it says it's not proper. Continue. Likewise, if the first group had taken out the Sefer Torah and read from it, the second group should not take out a Sefer Torah a second time to read from in the same synagogue. Okay, so we're going to see the commentary and then explain. Whether the same Sefer Torah scroll or another one. So it's not the problem, one more time, the problem is not in Sefer Torah scroll, right? It's not like it's blemished, right? It said that the first group read, and then the second group comes and they read again. So it looks like they're implying, so from onlookers, it might seem that they're implying that the first group did something wrong, and we have to fix it. Especially it is wrong when people from the first minyan, they stay for a second minyan. That's the problem. Okay, continue. This would make appear that the first group had not properly fulfilled the obligation of the Torah reading. So, and now, looks like, the second group comes to fix it. In addition, people may see that the second Sefer Torah is being taken out, and will assume that the first Torah isn't valid. So, if they want to read from a second Sefer Torah, that's also a problem, right? I mean, the people think that there is problem with the first Sefer Torah, and they take another one. Even if it is the same Sefer Torah, some may not realize that. I mean, they're all the same. But, I don't know. I mean, if you know the difference, if you donate this Sefer Torah, you would not miss it. But if not, so they'll look almost the same. When the first group leaves the synagogue, this too is permitted. Okay, so basically, if it's after they left completely, so it's not like you're trying to fix whatever they did. So that's a separate story. This prohibition does not apply when there is a set schedule in a synagogue for a different group to pray one after the other. So what is saying here? If you have two minyanim in a synagogue, and they know, for example, one is one is 6 a.m. and second one is 7:15 or 7, let's say. So they say there is no problem if it's known fact. But for example, just recently I went to a shul, and it was like there were 2 minyan, and one minyan was unusual. It was a minyan for circumcision, right? So it's not usual minyan. So I think that that's what Kitzur implies. The second minyan comes and they take it over and stuff like that. So it might not look proper for onlooker. Okay. Any questions, or we continue?
I'm good.
Okay. However, in many communities, they are not particular about these things, and everything should follow the particular custom of the community. Siman Abraham, Siman 69, Birkei Yosef, Siman 144. So as we know that many communities have their own custom. Even many shuls, they have their own customs. So, and for example, in the shul that I go to, so some prayers they say out of order. for whatever reason. I mean, but that's the custom. I asked Rabbi to say, he said that he joined the shul 50 years ago. That's how they were doing. Okay. So that's becomes the law in that shul. So, and just a quick note. So if you go to different shul and different mussar, so you can technically you can pray your mussar. So for example, your mussar Sfard, you go to Ashkenazi shul, you pray your book. But when you answer, whatever you answer out loud, it must be whatever they say, right? As they say, or just keep quiet. You understand? Just on Kaddish and Kiddusha, it's a little different. So that's what we must say. But private prayer, you can pray with your own prayer. There is no problem.
I think I've heard that maybe if I don't remember exactly, but for Sfaradim, there's a lot of things that they're very makpid. So for example, you don't want to say the amen on a bracha, which the Sfaradim don't say. So for example, the Ashkenazim, they will say the bracha on the tefillin shel rosh and shel yad at the same time. They say both the bracha. Now when a Ashkenazi person is putting the tefillin shel rosh, the Sephardim should not say the amen to that bracha because we are not saying,
Yes.
Even if you say the amen, I think that's one of the things. I don't remember.
I apologize. I had noise outside. Could you repeat? So you said Sfaradim should not say. Okay, then what?
Then what? Not, I think I heard that they should not say the amen to that particular bracha.
Yes, yeah.
Just because even though they are in a Ashkenazi shul, right? Let's say they're praying, and certain other instances where let's say.
One second. Let me comment on what you say. Even in Ashkenazi Siddur, it says clearly, and we will learn it was in the beginning of this book. So it says clearly, second bracha on Shel Rosh, you say quietly. So nobody, even other Ashkenazim friends, should not hear you. Why? Because it is questionable. And even when we say the second bracha on that tefillin Shel Rosh, you say Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Habayeh. So because the verse like you say after the Shema, because why? Maybe it's a bracha in vain. But there is very strong opinions on one side and another. So one say absolutely say, others say absolutely not. So we say it quietly, so nobody can hear. Nobody would put in a situation to answer your amen. That's the thing. Okay, another example. Okay, David. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but you say when he has to say quietly, but also there's a situation where I think Rav Avadia talked about it. I think some brachas on Sukkot, they say out loud, and they asked Rav Avadia, he wrote a Teshuvah about it, and for a certain bracha or something, if you go to an Ashkenaz Minyan, he says you're forbidden to say amen to it.
I think he was referring to the women saying the bracha on the lulav and sukkot because
yes. Okay.
Probably that's the one.
Okay. All right.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Let's just say you, for some reason you can't say the blessing, like on Shia Kol. Are you allowed to say it in your head?
Because of what? Because you have a cold, you cannot talk?
Whatever the reason may be. Like let's just say you can't say the bracha, maybe you have a cold, maybe you don't want somebody, I don't know, whatever the reason may be. Are you allowed to say a blessing?
Yeah, it's but you see the reason is very important. Why cannot say bracha? So if you give me like specific, if God forbid somebody have a cold and he cannot talk, so he's absolved. That he can say in his head there is you're going to get to it if you learn Gemara brachas. It says very clearly. So some sages say even if you stipulate, if you say it in the head, it is valid. Others sages say no, you have to articulate it, you have to speak out loud. So basically, it is a machlokes between the poskim. So if you have if you cannot talk, so you can say it in your head.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.